Okay, so thank you guys for joining the demo session. I hope everyone see my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah, yeah, right, right. Thank you for confirmation. I hope I'm audible properly.
Yeah.
I hope. Right, right. Okay. So here, in the demo session, we'll be discussing what is the entire roadmap for 1 month. What and all topics that we're going to cover, so that we will discuss in detail level. Okay, so I'm muting you all. Okay, so I will allow you to speak if you have any questions to discuss. So that time you can unmute yourself and you can speak. Okay. Yeah. So the session is getting recorded. Okay. So this training is ETL data stage. Okay. So training and mentorship program. Okay. So once this training gets completed, and there'll be mentorship sessions like if you have any questions and answers if you are unable to answer in the during the your interview process. Okay, so once the course gets completed, you'll be updating your profile and you'll be attending mock interviews conducted by me. So once the mock interviews are over and you are in the trial of job search, right? So you'll be attending interviews lively outside companies. Okay. So during that time, if you are unable to answer any questions, okay, so that I will be helping you to answer. Okay. So that until you get placed, okay, so my support and assistance will be there. Okay. So once you master data stage skill, you will become a ETL data stage data engineer. So what is the role of data engineer? So here you'll be working with various source system and integrating the data means applying some logics and moving the data from one place to another place. Okay. So what is that one place normally? So here we have OLTP and OLAP systems. Okay. So what is meant by OLTP and OLAP? So that we will discuss now. Okay. So here, for example, so this is OLTP. So what is meant by OLTP? So OLTP system, it's an application. Okay. So what is this purpose of this particular application here? Okay. So here we'll move the data from OLTP to OLAP. Okay. So here, what is this OLAP? What is this OLTP? So we will discuss in detail level in today's session. Okay. Yeah. So here myself, I have total 14 years experience in IT industry. My primary skill set is data stage and IBM information analyzer. And I have experience in working with Pentaho and Informatica as well. So I have not mentioned here. And I have currently working on cloud migration projects, cloud data engineering, cloud migration project, working on uh, cloud data fusion, data proc, okay, BigQuery. I'm working as a part-time trainer from November 2018 onwards. I'll be providing trainings and job support on data stage and IBM information analysis. So this is about me. So here, coming to the training program, here training duration is 1 month. Okay, so in this 1 month, what and all will be covered. I will give overview. Okay, so in this 60 hours, there will be SQL training will be there. So that will be cover 5 hours. So especially people who are from non-IT background, like civil, mechanical, electrical. So they want to shift the career to IT. Okay, so I'll be covering the SQL concepts for them and the Unix concepts. Unix, which are the commands, the basic Unix commands, and little bit of scripting. So that I will be covering in this training program, like Unix scripting, like Unix commands, ETL testing, how we will do the testing and the tools and tools confluence plays like Jira. So that and all will be covered in this program. So that will be 3 hours. And data warehousing concepts and ETL concept, that is 2 hours. Okay, so data warehousing and ETL concepts we will discuss from tomorrow onwards. Okay, and the 30 hours totally it will be data stage training, so basic to advanced level. Okay, and after the training program, here you have to do a live project. So what we will discuss in the live project. So in the live project, we'll be focusing on mainly on interview scenario questions. Okay, how the requirement comes, how we can solve that particular solution. And there are some scenarios, okay, so that you have to practice once you after or once you complete the course. So that is 20 hours program. Okay, so if you practice all these scenarios and follow entire my curriculum, I can assure you within 2 to 3 interviews, you can crack the interview very easily. Okay, so but you have to follow systematically what I told in the sessions, and you have to follow me on day-to-day basis. Okay, so this is entire program for the 1 month. So here there are people like they are unable to attend the training and group coaching. So it will be a very odd time, especially people who are in UK and Saudi Arabia region. So it is too early for them. So they can go for self-learning videos also. Okay, and here we have live interaction sessions also. Live interaction sessions in the sense tomorrow onwards we'll start the batch at 7 a.m. 7 a.m. IST, 7 to 8 we'll have class 1 hour. Okay, so that will continue for 1 month until course gets completed. Okay, and 15 minutes we have 15 to 20 minutes we will have a doubt clearing sessions on the topic what we have discussed today. And if you have any topics discussion, I mean like yesterday session, any issues during the practice, okay, so that we will discuss in the doubt clearing session on the same day. Okay, so here I will be providing software for practice. Okay, so here what is the criteria where to download the software? So here you have to enroll training program. Okay, so here the software it comes with VMware dump. We have to download the dump. Okay, so here we have i5 processor required for the your system laptop. i5 processor is required and 8 GB RAM or above. Okay, and Windows 10 OS or Windows 11 is also fine. Okay, minimum Windows 10. Okay, and lab access I'll be providing lifetime access, and 120 GB free space is required in your personal drive apart from C drive. Okay, and preferred is SSD drive. Okay, and few of the participants have i3 processor and 8 GB RAM. Okay, so will it work? Yes, it will work, but your drive should be SSD drive. Okay, i3 processor 8 GB RAM, SSD drive only it will work. So if it is i5 processor 8 GB RAM, SSD, if you don't have SSD, if you have HDD, that also will work. Okay, for i3 processor people, must and should they have SSD drive. Okay, so if you don't have SSD, please upgrade to SSD. So please share your system requirements so that I can guide you accordingly. Okay. So now let's discuss why we are going to build a data warehousing application. Okay, so if you are learning, you are mastering a skill that is data stage. So why you are learning this data stage? So what does this data stage will do? What is the problems that data stage will solve? Okay, so as I told you, here we'll moving the data from OLTP system to OLAP. OLTP systems are these applications are designed to run the business. For example, you went to a bank, okay, so you have uh, I mean, withdraw cash of 1 lakh. Okay, so that transaction is entered in your banking statement, right? So at the end of the day, the bank wants to do the analysis like how many number of withdrawals happen today, how many number of deposits. Okay, so deposits has done today. So day wise, they analyze the business. So day wise, what is the total number of deposits? Okay, day wise, what is the total number of withdrawal through the ATM, through the bank? Okay, so if it is through the ATM, we can withdraw up to 25,000. 25,000. Some banks will allow up to 40,000 rupees. Okay, so if you want more than that, what you have to do is you have to go through a bank, you have to walk through a bank, and you have to go. I mean, you should carry your checkbook, and you have to withdraw. You have to write yourself, and you have to do your signature of the amount that you want to. So if it is more than 3 lakhs, 5 lakhs, you have to intimate the bank one day before. So then only they will the cash will be arranged for you. Okay. So here any transaction that your customer has performed on the day, so that there are systems and applications when you draw deposits. So those applications will be calling us OLTP system. Those are for running the business. And here with this data, we'll be converting them into OLAP. So what is OLAP? What is summarized report? Okay. So branch wise, I need region head will be there for every bank. Okay, so he wants to know what is the withdrawal happen on branch wise. Okay, so branch wise, what is the withdrawal? What is the deposits happen? Okay, well, how many they have any investment products? So when we product wise, what is the investment happen on that particular day or a particular week? Okay, and once they got that fund, they had to invest somewhere to multiply that particular money, right? So all these applications we are going to build by using this software called DataStage. So this is one example here I have considered in banking system. Let's go to retail sector. Okay, so how many of you have walked through retail outlet like shopping malls, hypermarket or supermarket? So here any supermarket in India, for example, if you take Hyderabad, we have Vijeta. We can see at least for every street, they have Vijeta, Ratnadeep. Okay, so they have supermarkets. So here there are, I mean, at the billing counter, those applications are called as OLTP system. So those are designed to run the business. That's it. Okay, so you walk through the products. Okay, near to the billing counter, they scan all your products and they will give the invoice to you. You will pay the bill and you will walk out from the store. Okay, so that data is stored somewhere. So what ETL data stage engineer will do is we will transform the data and we will summarize the data product wise. So and so quantity sold today and what is the value, what is the revenue generated product wise. Okay, and customer wise. Okay, so they will ask your mobile number. I hope you may experience this. Any billing counters, they will ask your mobile number. So with the mobile number, what they will do is they will feed that in their system. So any particular offers are there, so they will send a reminder alerts. Okay, how these things are happening through this OLAP applications. Customer wise, they can follow up with you for to, I mean, like give more business to them. And also product wise, they want to summarize the reports. I mean, like revenue, what is the revenue generated product wise. So they want to know like what is the stock leftover stock. Okay, so sometimes we may notice like clearance stock. So clearance stock, they want to clear out the stock and they will give it more discount, flat 50%, flat 70%. So how they will do all these things with this data warehousing applications. Okay, so that is the reason here we are building data warehousing application. Another example here I can share with you, manufacturing industry. Okay, so manufacturing, like you can let's consider automobiles. Automobiles are okay. So for example, if you want to manufacture a car, we required minimum 30,000 parts. Okay, okay. So 30,000 in that 30,000 parts, all the parts won't manufactured by respective company. Okay, so here they will take help from the suppliers. Okay, so they have vendors. So they have vendors for to manufacturing particular product. Okay, so they are masters in few companies are masters in the clutch brakes. Few companies are masters in bearings. Few companies are masters in engine. So few companies are masters in making seat. Okay. So like that, each part have different vendors. So what the manufacturing company, I mean automobile company, so they used to maintain all this data in data warehousing application. So what is the cost that we are spending to the vendors? What is the internal cost? Internal cost means uh, engineering staff. Okay, so there'll be a dedicated team who will be working on a particular model. For example, uh, let's start on Exxon. So there'll be a dedicated team who is monitoring, take caring of this manufacturing process and everything on that particular product. Okay, so what is the indirect cost that we are spending from the company side? So internal cost, okay, employee salaries, okay, employee internet bill, okay, employee transport allowances, all these things comes under uh, indirect cost. So direct cost means what we are spending direct to the vendors. Okay, all this cost details we are maintaining in a data warehouse for our analytics purpose. Okay, so sometimes we need to reduce the cost. Okay, so where we can reduce the cost. So all these strategies will, the data that we are going to build in data warehousing applications will helps them to improvise their business. Okay. For example, if you buy a car, at least 6% of the profit, 6% that will go for IT department. Okay. So for example, car worth is 10 lakh. 60,000 will go for IT department. Why? Because the software application, there'll be robots running in your car. So that has been and entire things are managed by the control system. Okay. How we are going to load this data with the help of this ETL tools, DataStage. We are connecting to databases. Okay, so they need software to drive all these things. Okay, so this is the third case study that we have discussed. Now, one is banking, other one is retail, the third one is manufacturing. Okay, so here to analyze any business, for example, I want to analyze my business. What are the ways that we can analyze my business? So here, for any retail outlet, for any bank, they need a customer. Okay. So without customer, they cannot do anything. Customer is the main for every business. Okay. Even for small shopkeeper who runs a retail, I mean, who runs a provision store at a village, they need a customer, right? Without customer, the business cannot move. Okay. So here we are building this data warehousing application by focusing on these four elements. What are those four elements? Number one is who is my customer? Okay, if you are running a small business, for example, if you are running a hotel, so here you have a product, right? So what is your product? So here we'll be providing breakfast, lunch, dinner. Okay, so what are the items we have for breakfast? Idli, dosa, upma, pongal. So there will be puri. So they will be having different category, right? And so dosa also will have different varieties: masala dosa, egg dosa, karam dosa, like kind. So every business have the product. Okay. Even I run. I'm a part-time trainer. Okay. So even I have a product. So what is my product? Live training. So that is one product. And self-learning videos. That is another product. And what is the other product? One-to-one consultation, like job support. Okay. So every small business, they have a product and they need a customers. Okay. So how the transaction, the cash flow will happen? They need a customer. They have a product, okay, or a service to serve the customers. Then the transaction will happen. Okay. For every business, customer is a key point and product is the key point. And when my business or business, when I'm going to run my business, for example, so banks will operate on from 9:30 a.m. 9:30 to 4 o'clock. So in between, they will be having 1 hour lunch break. Okay. Even retail outlets, they will open the store at 8 a.m. in the morning, 8 a.m. or 8:30. Some stores, they will open at 7:30. So up to 9:30 in the night, Okay, so they will open the retail outlet. Okay, even if you want to, I want to book a car. So here, showroom will open at 9:30 or 9 o'clock, and by 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock is the maximum time. After 7, they will close. Okay, so there will be operating times to run the business. Okay, so here how we can analyze the business based on time. Okay, so what is the total number of bookings throughout the state yesterday? Okay, so what is how we can confirm the booking? So for example, if I want to book a car, you have to provide your Aadhaar card and you have to deposit 20,000 in their account. So that is the booking confirmation. So what is the total number of bookings happen in Telangana yesterday? Okay, and Andhra Pradesh, in Tamil Nadu. Okay, so they want to do all these kind of metrics. They want to do analyze. Okay, how many bookings happen? So based on the bookings, then they will be uh, the car will be ready for manufacturing. So they will be the next step. So they will start manufacturing. They need to they need to gather all the products. Okay, so then assembly will happen. Okay, so it will take 2 to 3 months to deliver a car. If it is high demanding car, so it will take 2 to 3 months. Okay, and location wise, how I can analyze my business. Okay. So what is location wise? For example, retail outlet. Okay, so Vijayata, Ratnadeep. So there are 20 retail outlets. Okay, in Hyderabad. So location wise, which retail outlet gain more revenue, generating more revenue. So we have to understand if your store manager or regional head wants to analyze. Okay, so which store is uh, generating the less revenue? What is the reason for the less revenue? Okay, so they will come up with strategies to improve the business in that locality. Okay, so that is the reason here we are building this data warehousing application for these 4 elements. Who is my customer? Product. Okay, so which product is moving faster? For example, I have different products in retail outlet. Which product is moving faster? Which product having low sales value? Okay, if it is sales volume is less, we'll inform to the respective manufacturer. Your product is not moving fast. There is an issue with the product or okay, so they have to rectify that the product team, product R&D team, they have to rectify the product. So where is the issue? Okay, and time wise, we can analyze the business like day wise, weekly, monthly, okay, quarterly, yearly. Okay, so they will compare the business transaction revenue generated quarter to quarter. Okay, and location wise, we can analyze the business. Okay, so any questions here? So these are the basic fundamentals you should be aware of as you are becoming data engineer. These are the basic fundamentals. So someone asks you, I'm learning DataStage. How DataStage will help you? You should be able to answer them, right? Okay, so any questions here? Any questions? You can unmute yourself and you can speak. Any questions? Any doubts? Hello.
Yeah, sir, you are audible. So far, so good.
Yeah.
Okay. What about others? Are you able to follow?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Yes,
Sir, yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. So thank you guys. Okay. So here to run the business, okay, we need a system, right? We need a source data. Okay. So as we discussed, data that we are going to get from OLTP system. Okay. So here in retail outlet, at the billing counter, they scan all of your products. That data is stored in database. Okay. So we will be extracting that data. Okay. And loads into data warehouse by applying business rules. Okay. So here we require data. Okay. So whenever You want to build a data warehouse. What is a warehouse generally? General terminology. What is a warehouse? Warehouse means to store something, right? Okay. Especially in village side, they have a warehouse. Okay, so tobacco warehouse, paddy warehouse. Okay, so when there is a less price, they will store all the crop in the warehouse. Once the market rises and the product, I mean, the price is more, then they will sell the product. Okay, so here data warehouse means we'll store the data. Okay, so to store the data, what we require? We require data. We acquire with data. So that is data acquisition. Okay, so in the data acquisition process, we need to extract the data. That is step one. Okay, so how we are going to extract the data? What are the mechanisms? Okay, so we'll be connecting to databases, relational database management system. Okay, so from DataStage, we are connecting to Oracle database, SQL Server, DB2, Sybase, okay, Teradata and cloud related databases. Okay, and the next one is we'll be connecting. So due to some security issues, they won't give access to their DB. Few of the applications in the company. So they will give access to the flat files, or they will share XML files. So I want to load that particular data. Okay. So I need to connect with flat files from DataStage. Okay. Sometimes we need to connect to mainframes. Okay, COBOL files, mainframes DB2, legacy system. Okay, and few scenarios we need to connect with SAP ERP applications, Oracle apps. Okay, Oracle EBS, Enterprise Business Suite. Okay, and we have SAP R/3 system and PeopleSoft, JD Stewart, Salesforce. So these are the ERP sources where we are going to extract the data and transform the data and load it into data warehouse. Okay, so these are the various source systems. Okay, so someone asks you what are the various source systems, how we are going to get the data, you should be able to answer that. So data extraction classified into four types. One is relational database systems, where we'll be connecting to relational database systems like Oracle, Teradata, SQL Server, DB2, Sybase, and cloud applications like Azure, AWS, Snowflake, GCP. You should be able to answer. And file systems. Sometimes I'm going to receive data in a form of flat files. Okay, so .txt file, .csv file. Okay, so file sources we'll discuss in detail level in the lab sessions. And sometimes we receive XML. Okay, and legacy system. Sometimes we need to connect to mainframes DB2 system. Sometimes we need to connect to Salesforce browser to extract the data. So these are the four methods of data extraction process. Okay. And data transformation. So here you can see we can combine the data, 2 tables data, 3 tables data. Okay. We'll be cleaning the data in one standardized format. Okay. And we'll be scrubbing the data. Okay. So creating new definition from the existing source definition. Okay. So normally at the billing counter, they will give the bill, right, with the invoice. So the product value is different. Let's go. Let's take an example. If you went to a restaurant, okay, so you ordered a food and with your family, and total bill amount is 2,000. So they will add 5% GST, 2.5% state GST, 2.5% central GST. Okay, so 50 rupees, 50 rupees, both the state government and central government, they will share. Okay, so data scrubbing means we are creating a new definition, the data that is not coming from source. We are deriving the data with the existing columns. Okay, so for example, employees tax calculation. Okay, so what is the employees total pay? Okay, so what are the standard deductions? What are the investment? Okay, so what is the left out? Net taxable amount. Okay, so there'll be slabs. So according to the slabs, they will calculate all these things. So that is the data scraping. Okay, and the next one is data aggregation. Aggregation means doing sum of the values, minimum value, maximum value, counts. So what is the total counts of the product today? Okay, so peer soap. Okay, so what total number of sales for the peer soap? Okay, so how many? So there'll be different flavors, right? So each flavor there'll be a price will be varying. So flavors wise, okay. So what is the total soaps? What is the flavors wise quantity sold? And what is the amount that we are generated? So all these things are calculated with data aggregation. Okay, so data stage is very simple to learn, but you have to understand the basic fundamentals. Okay, you have to understand what's your input and what is the expected output that we need and how you are going to get that output. You need to apply your thought. Okay. So here the coding is very minimal. Okay. So only basic knowledge required is SQL knowledge. That's it. Okay. Because the reason is we are going to extract data from database systems. Okay. Right. So here for data acquisition, data extraction, transformation and loading. So finally, where we are going to dump the data, that is data warehousing system. Okay. So here we are going to dump the data in two ways. First one is while you are creating an application for the first time. Okay, that will be the initial load. Okay. So over a period of time, data may change, right? Okay, even let's think about our daily life. Okay, for example, you currently you are staying in a rented house. Okay, so you brought a villa or a flat. Okay, so you are moving to your own house, right? So here you have to change your address. So where to change the address? We have to change in the Aadhaar. If we change the address in Aadhaar card, we can change anywhere. Okay, so for any business, there will be change in the data. Okay, so new data that is coming into the system. Okay, and existing data will change. So we need to update our data warehouse system with updated information. Okay, so that is the incremental load. Okay, so finally we are loading the data into data warehouse. Okay, so first time we are loading with the empty tables. Second time the data has been changed. So we are updating the data. Okay, so this is the another scenario where with different types of loading methods. Okay, so extraction, transformation, and loading. Okay, so here we'll be having different subject areas. Okay, customer. So every organization have customer, so they have to maintain customer dimension table. Product. Every company has product, right? Okay, so retail outlet is having different products. Okay, so product dimension. So here we are loading the data first in dimension tables, then fact table. So what is dimension table? What is fact tables? We'll discuss in detail level in tomorrow's or day after tomorrow session. Okay. So here we are loading this data in the dimension table first. The reason is subject wise, we need to separate the data. And fact table will be calculating the quantities, measured values that we are going to store in a fact table. Okay. So any questions here? Any questions? So you can respond in the chat.
No,
Yes.
no.
No, Jesse.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. So here to build this data warehousing application, we need a software, right? Okay, so what are the software that required? So here ETL, this process is called as ETL, extraction transformation loading. So here two types of softwares are there. One is code-based software. We have to write everything we have to write a code. Okay, that is SQL or PL SQL program. And SAS. Okay, so these are code-based ETL tools. Okay, so we have to write a procedure and we have to write a logic. There will be a lot of complication involved. So here there will be a time-taking process. If you go for code-based programming, So they'll be taking developer as very skilled developer required, and he demands very high package, and there will be time also will take it. I mean, time consumption also. So all these things are cost to the company. And the alternate solution is automation process. So that is geo-based tools. Okay. So DataStage is a geo-based tools. Here will be drag and drop technique. Just we are going to drag and drop. Okay. So in tomorrow's session, I will show you how we are going to use the DataStage. Okay. So here, geo-based detail tools are, there is no coding, only write, we need to write some SQL statement to pull the data from databases. Okay. So geo-based tools are Informatica, DataStage, Ab initio, Oracle Data Integrator, SSIS. Okay. And in even cloud platform also, they are coming with cloud. IBM has IBM Cloud Pack for data. Okay. So GCP has cloud data fusion. So there will be almost 30 plus ETL tools are in the market. Okay. So in that 30 plus ETL tools, two are most leading in the market is one is DataStage, other one is Informatica. So these are the leading ETL tools in the market. Okay. So this is about the different types of ETL tools. So this is the basic architecture for data warehouse. Okay, if you are building any project, there will be a plan, procedure to be followed, the architecture. Okay, for example, if you are constructing a building, there should be a proper flow, proper plan. Okay, so what is the depth and height? Okay, so what is the amount of steel that we require? What is the cement required? What is the sand required? Okay, what is the water consumption required? Everything has to be detailedly mentioned in a plan with the lengths and measurements. Okay, so the civil engineer, he will draft everything in the plan by using AutoCAD software. So here, whenever building data warehousing application, so this is the architecture. So here we are extracting data from various source systems, relational database systems, that is databases, SAP, Salesforce. Okay, so CRM application like PeopleSoft, JD CRM systems, and flat files, and third-party databases. Okay, so they will share in a form of files. Okay, so we will load the data into staging area. That is our first step. Okay, so the next step is once you load data into staging area, then we will load the data into actual dimension tables. Okay, so from the dimension table, we'll be generating the reports. Okay, so DataStage engineer will do is they will extract the data, apply the transformation load the data into staging area. Again, from staging area, you will load the data into data warehousing tables. Okay, reporting team like Power BI, Tableau, ClickView. So that reporting team will come into the picture. They will extract the data from the warehouse and they will prepare the reports. Okay, so they will prepare the reports with chart, pie charts, dashboards. Okay, so and these dashboards, okay, so that will be viewed and accessed by department heads and top level management, and they will take a business decision. Okay, so that is the reason here we are building this data warehousing applications. Okay, so any questions? So what is the DataStage? Now let's discuss in detail level. So DataStage is it as an ETL tool, it moves the data from one place to another place. Okay, so here you can see what and all we're going to cover in the training program. So we'll be covering these tools in detail level. Okay, client DataStage components, designer, development parts, director, support application, administrator, admin related work. Okay, so this is the course curriculum. You can watch the same here in the website. So datastagetraining.com. So here you can see. Okay. So here tomorrow and after tomorrow, we will discuss data warehousing concepts. Okay. So from 23rd onwards, we will jump into data sessions. Okay. So by Friday or by Sunday, you have to ready with your software. So 27th onwards, we'll start practical sessions. Okay. So I'll be taking some scenario, taking some sample data. Okay. And we'll be explaining how we can achieve this scenario, how I can real-time oriented training that will be provided with the practical scenarios. Okay. So here you can see the course curriculum. So DataStage, architecture, introduction, different types of jobs, environmental setup, how you need to install DataStage. Okay. Creating a parallel job, server job sequences, accessing data, plot files, different architecture methodologies, parallel processing environment, combining data from multiple tables, data sorting, data aggregation, data transformation functions, repository functions, working with databases, the SQL statements. And the next one is automation process. Okay, so how the automation process will apply in DataStage. So routine task, how we can automate. So those kind of things we will discuss in the lab sessions. Okay. And I will be covering BigQuery. Okay, so here you have to create a GCP BigQuery account. So here cloud training, cloud SQL BigQuery training, I will take in the next month. Okay. So once the new batch starts for next month, now I will combine these two batches, then I will teach this GCP BigQuery SQL. Okay, so we'll go continuing with data warehousing concept, DataStage. At the end, I will train on GCP BigQuery SQL, Cloud SQL. Okay. So this is the lab requirements of your laptop. Okay, so I will be providing software that is a lifetime access. Okay. So for the enrollment process, you can reach out to me. Okay. The already few students are already enrolled. So you can enroll today itself and today or tomorrow. So we'll continue the session from tomorrow onwards. Okay. So from tomorrow onwards, class timing will be 7 a.m. IST. So 7 to 8 we'll have class and 15 minutes doubts clearing sessions. Okay. So any questions?
Hi, hi, sir. Fazil this side.
Yeah, yes, Fazil.
So, in this training, will you want the server job development will also be covered? Covered, is it, or only the parallel job?
Only parallel jobs. So server jobs, no one is using today.
Yeah.
If you learn parallel jobs, no server jobs automatically you will understand. The reason I am not covering server jobs is the majority of the companies they converted from server jobs to parallel 10 years back. So when
Yeah.
I started my career in 2010, so I worked on a migration project where existing server jobs I need to convert into parallel jobs. Okay, if you learn parallel jobs, converting server jobs is very easy. It's very simple only when compared to parallel jobs are somewhat tricky.
Mhm.
Okay. I worked on converting mainframes jobs to parallel jobs also. Okay.
And one more thing, sir. Like in this session, like in this training period, while connecting to the any databases, is it going to be covered like the Oracle type SQL queries, or like you said that GCP BigQuery will also cover in the next month. So while connecting to the
Okay. So here in DB2 and Oracle will covered in the training program. And GCP, how we can connect to cloud environment. Okay. So that I will tell you separately because 11.7 version only it supports and we are having 11.5 version. for practice purpose. How to connect to cloud environment? What are the prerequisites that are required? So, for example, you got an opportunity to work on a Snowflake migration project. The ETL tool is used is DataStage. How you are going to connect to cloud Snowflake from DataStage? So, those kind of tips that I will share in the lab sessions. Okay. Yeah. Any other questions?
Previously, this is Irene.
Yeah.
A general question though on the timings, right? Since I'm in CST, right? Is it possible to have the class at 9:30 CST or 8 IST, I think?
Oh, okay. Okay. 8 a.m. is okay for you, or how is it?
8 a.m. Your like this time is okay, whatever.
Oh, okay.
But I'm not sure if that's something.
Okay. So normally the regular class generally I will take is from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. So the reason is
Okay.
they are from participants who are in Eastern time zone, no? So that will be too late for them. So that is the reason. So
Mm-hmm.
okay, so if everyone is okay for 8 a.m., I'm also fine. What about others? You need 8 a.m. or 7 a.m.?
Sir, 8 a.m. I am okay, sir.
8 a.m. I am also okay, sir.
Okay, 8 a.m. Okay. What about others? Let's go with the voting pattern. Okay. So you can type in chat box. Like whoever wants 7 a.m., they can type 7. Whoever wants 8 a.m., they can type 8 in the chat box. Okay. Eight. Vasundar 7. Okay. So Vasundar, you have to adjust Vasundar because majority of the voting Rutvik 7. Only 2 people 7. Okay. Rutvik, Vasundar. Yeah. Actually, there is one more participant from Saudi. So if I connected at 8, you will also join. Okay. So here majority of the people are requiring at 8 a.m. So let's have class at 8 a.m. only. So Rutvik and Vasundar, you have to adjust. Kindly cooperate. Okay.
Yes, sure, sir. We can.
Yeah. Okay then.
Yes, yes.
8 o'clock. So 8 a.m. IST. So that will be 9:30
9:30.
9:30 p.m. CST Central Time.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay then. So we'll have session from tomorrow onwards at 8 a.m. IST only. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, Jesse.
Yeah. So any other questions? So
Jesse, you will also be sharing the link to these documents, right?
yes. I will be providing the study material
Okay.
and
So you'll
the
be
VMware.
emailing all of.
Yes.
Okay. So you'll be emailing all of that.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Okay then. So there'll be new link. Okay, for tomorrow session. Okay. So I'll be sharing that new link with everyone. Okay, so let's connect tomorrow at 8 a.m. IST. Okay. Yeah. So if you don't have any questions, let's wind up today. Let's connect tomorrow. Okay.
Okay, Jesse. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you all.